something I think.
Might be. So we're gonna go into this little area here. Because, hey, why
Yeehaw!
not? There's this giant ship right here, why not?
Shipwreck ahoy! Are we doing that yet tonight?
Yep.
Oh. Oh, hello, Mirelurk.
Well, you
Oh my god! I'm a fucking
prophetess?
prognosticator. I can see the future.
You're Cassandra.
No, I'm not Cassandra.
Not believe in your own town.
Nope. Nope. I am not Cassandra. I'll never say I'm Cassandra. But I will say I am capable of prognosticating what I have seen before.
I don't even know who's doing all the shooting.
You know, does it even matter at this point? Okay, that's a
We
reason.
ain't messing with you. You're all the way over there.
No, I think you should snipe it.
And we're outside the maximum range.
Fine. Oh, yeah.
That isn't, though.
Ooh, take the Mirelurk meat. It's like crab. You can put butter on it and lemon. It's
Or
just
make
delicious.
a delicious dip.
Hey, you like...
I will admit I like crab dip.
You like conch fritters.
Oh, by the way, did you just catch that? That Raiders language?
Hmm? What was his language?
Well, we'll see if anybody recognizes it. But these Raiders are not speaking English.
No. I'm 2.5 drinks in. This is a German.
Or at least similar.
Or Swedish, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Swedish. Maybe Swedish? I don't know no, that doesn't sound... I don't know what Swedish sounds like. Damn it. I do not know what Swedish sounds like.
Well, how many Swedes have you been around? Maybe, like only the one?
I thought the person we'd been around was a Nordic.
I'm thinking of England.
Yeah, but isn't she Norwegian?
Maybe.
No, wait a minute. She's Swedish. God damn it!
Don't want to sound like those people, but let's be honest.
Well, no, this is not a case of one looks the same as the other. I don't know one or the other,
That's a
okay?
grenade.
This is a case of I know one person who is either Nordic or Swedish.
Or Norwegian or Swedish?
Yeah, Norwegian or Swedish. What did I say?
Nordic.
You know
'Cause
something?
I think Nordic just describes the entire area as a whole.
Okay, whatever. You know what I mean by that. Okay? I know, I don't know about you, but I know one person who's either Norwegian or Finnish or... Yeah, it's one or the other. I think she's Norwegian. No, I know we called her the Nordic something. Anyway, but yes, it's not a case if I say that people who are Finnish, Swedish, or okay, I'm just drunk enough that I'm just intoxicated enough that I'm not remembering the third. Finland, Sweden,
Norway.
Thank you. No. Why was that so damn difficult? Okay. But I'm not saying that they all look alike or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. Is that I can't remember which region she's actually from. Did I just hear somebody say ooh 9?
Maybe?
Oh man, I need to sit there and pay more attention. Rags! Ragsteinen. Anyway, but yeah, you know, Gruntfutter makes a fair point. Thesaya, is that the correct pronunciation?
I think so.
Thesaya. If I am mispronouncing it, I apologize. I'm usually better about this, except for like certain variants of Asian, and there's certain dialects of pronunciation that I'm terrible at for whatever reason. But okay, Thesaya, you'll have to tell us. Are we accurate? Is this you? This individual might know more. I'm not going to say male or female because I don't know that they're male or female. I don't know. But yes, so Thesaya, if you can tell us if you have a better understanding or grasp upon what exact language they're using. It sounds Germanic. Vaguely? It sounds vaguely Germanic to me. There's a guy shooting from...
Right, yeah.
There we go. See, I was just thinking of picking off the little man since... Just wait for it.
Hello, Rascal. You're a good kid. Y'all could hear the kitty.
Probably. They heard him when he was curled up with me.
He's nuzzling the microphone. Seriously, guys, just stick your head out here again.
You might have to pull up, Vats, get his arm.
That's not much better. Oh, that'll do.
There you go. Well, pick whatever. I don't care what body part you're gonna hit, but pick something that is gonna kill him. Oh yes. So, Thesaya, if you have anything that you can impart with this, please do, because I am an ignorant savage, and I have not been to enough. I have not been to enough places, so I guess I just suppose. But I am a savage because I don't know the answer to this, so I will give it up to anyone who is more expert than I. Which I guess might not make me a savage. I'll still claim to be a savage because I'm not necessarily...
It's a good label.
Well, I sit there and say that, you know something? I don't know what the fuck. Like,
there's more enemies.
Like, seriously, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. You know, just because I can sit there and say that this sounds like a Nordic or a Germanic might be one way of describing it. That, yeah, this sounded like a Germanic by the broad definition, as I understand it, of Rome post-Rome.
Yeah.
You know, I can sit there and say that, yeah, this sounds Germanic. What the fuck do I know?
True.
I'm not even European. I mean, I can't even sit there and claim that, yeah, I'm sorry, I've heard Swedish. I've heard Finnish. I've sat there and heard Danish. No, I can't even say that because I'm like, I don't know.
You brought a machete to a rifle fight.
And you know something? Maybe someday, I will actually get to fucking Europe. Maybe it'll be this year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe it'll be next year. Whatever. But, you know, maybe it'll happen and I'll actually be able to hear anything beyond the, like,
bits and pieces.
Okay. Here's the thing that I've heard near-ish. Okay? You've heard near Scottish, near-ish Irish, some real Irish, and British. Right? I mean, we've heard the British We've heard some Irish. We've heard the near Irish and near Scottish, and people who are claiming to be Scottish or Irish. Okay. Okay. Gruntfighter says Nordic countries: Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, and Denmark. Half the languages are Germanic based, except for Finnish, which is alien. Oh, okay. Okay, Gruntfighter. I have a question. Can you define alien to this? Because do you mean alien? What do you mean by alien? I'm assuming based. So what do you mean by alien? Is it's just like its own unique thing or whatever? Finns are weird, like space alien. Okay, so you're saying it's its own unique dialect. Sub-Ultima all. Okay. Okay, I think I follow.
Yes.
But yes. So, I mean, those are 4 things that we've all heard. And then there's the ones that we know, air quotes, a la James Bond.
See what we've got.
X, Y, or Z.
You know, where you sit there and you have... Or The Hunt for Red October, where you sit there and you have a Scottish guy sitting here and being like, I'm either German or Russian or Scottish, and I don't know. Or something. I'm vaguely European, so I'm going to sit there and just roll with it. And because of the fact that so many of our European dialectual interpretations are not... Ooh, you got the agility.
Nice. I'll take it.
Nice. What are you on? What are you on agility?
Don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. But no, I mean, you know, when you sit there and you have Sean Connery Irish or Scottish, or he's Scottish, I believe. Sean Connery's Scottish.
Sean Connery is the treasure for the entire world.
I've seen Sean Connery Scottish. I've seen Sean Connery British. I've seen Sean Connery Irish, and I've also seen Sean Connery Russian. Okay, so with that really inaccurate diversity, essentially, I think that in the United States, most European Germanic, if you're going to claim Germanic, because here's a reality. Gaelic is its own thing, as I understand it. So Gaelic is its own thing. But Germanic is kind of its own... Okay, Germanic is a very... Okay. Grandfather says Sean Connery only speaks Sean Connery-based languages, which I think is fair. I think it's fair. I think that Sean Connery is often used as a base European language lingual. You know, that it's... But that it's... I don't think that it's... You know, so you got... Okay, this is a fair point. Grandfather says Irish Gaelic and Scot Gaelish are different. Okay, I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna ask this question. How similar are Irish and Scottish Gaelic? As I'm assuming, Grunt Fodder, that you are far more knowledgeable in this than I am, because I have no knowledge in this. I'm not a linguist by trade or education. That is so far beyond me as far as you know, the whole issue of Gaelic, because Gaelic in its own way is its own unique. It's its own unique thing. It's not. I mean, you can sit there and you can actually say to a certain degree that there's a similarity between Germanic languages and English, because there's an awful lot of there's an awful lot of layover, you know, of similarity. There's that, and I mean, when you sit there and you look at English to German, and that's my basis, my basis for this whole discussion is I speak English, I've taken German. Okay, that's what I'm using as my base. Cards on the table. Okay. But there's enough similarity and difference between the two that you can sit there and you can look at English and you can look at German and you can say, oh, they're cousins or whatever, and say that, oh, okay, well, this makes sense. You know, that there's a logical connective branch between the two that you can understand similarities. And maybe to a certain extent, there's a part of that is because of the fact that, well, English steals from every language possible. English is like the ultimate thief. It's like, you know, that's a really good idea and a term. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to add it to my language because fuck it.
Yep, mine now.
It's like, it's mine now, bitches. So, I mean, you know, I'm as a speaker of English, you know, cards on the table. But yeah. So when you sit there and you look at base English to base German, there's a lot of holdover. There's a lot of similarity, and I can appreciate that. Which makes me say that English is far closer, like, to Germanic languages than it is to, say, Latin languages, which I think most people would agree with, even though there's a lot of Latin carryover because of term theft, but I mean, on the same token, there's a lot of Asian theft of term and whatnot. And I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say it because this is something I'm
there he is.
There's something that I've thought for a long time.
Luck Bobblehead.
Can I just sit there and say that he looks like fucking Sunny, or wait, what's the leprechaun from Lucky Charms?
Lucky.
No, Lucky. Thank you. It looks like fucking Lucky.
There's only one way to give 110%.
It's Lucky.
Get 10 luck and then get a luck bobble.
But yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna sit there and say that there's a few things that I think that from Asian languages, just the bare minimum I know of them, we have not co-opted, and I think we should. There's certain things that I think are more directly and just better stated, more clearly stated at least, in an Asian language versus, you know, European American English, you know, and you know the one I'm probably thinking of. Senpai Kohai. Okay. That if you don't have to sit there and say my superior at work, and you sat there and you said, my senpai. Well, that just says it all. He's somebody who's either older than you or higher ranking than you. Whereas my subordinate, I guess subordinate works well enough. And so Kohai is a little bit less, but I think senpai has
better,
well, I mean, it's more direct in that it's like, this is my senpai. If you know what senpai is, you can sit there and say, he's your senpai. And you sit there and you say, rather than saying, he's my superior in grade or my superior in rank or whatever it might be, because these are variant ways that you can articulate it, that they are my superior, they're my, or I think that in some ways, we say our boss, but the thing is that you have people who might be, they've been at the job longer. But they've been at the job longer, but they might not have higher rank than you. But they're still considered your senpai because they've been here longer.
Okay.
You know? That senpai has a couple different meanings, that it's either somebody of higher rank, so maybe your manager or your supervisor. But senpai can also mean somebody who was hired at the same time who advanced faster than you.
True.
So, you know, and I'm not, I don't speak Japanese, because I know senpai and kohai are things that have come from Japanese. I don't speak that language, and I'm sure that there's nuance in how you can deliver an articulation of this, essentially saying that this is my superior because they've been... Okay? But essentially they're my superior because they've been here longer.
Yeah.
Versus, this is my superior because they're higher rank than me. Or this, you know, the nuances. I'm sure that there is a way to articulate that. I don't know what that is, because it's not my primary language. But it's one of those cases of, I think that, you know, there's a certain degree of aha in it, and I'm really, to some degree, surprised that we haven't co-opted it. Because that's what English is. We sit there and we go into a language and we're like, oh, I really like these terms, and we steal them and we add them to our language. And, you know, that's just kind of how it is. And so I can't speak on any kind of... Really, the only...
Definitive basis?
I can't speak on any kind of derivative basis of knowledge because I don't have it. But from a first-hand point of view, I only have an interaction with a purely German accent on a first-hand basis that I've sat there and I've been in a position where I can sit there and articulate conversation with somebody who is German and has a German vocabulary and articulation. And that's perfectly fine.
So that's fair.
Why don't you find wherever we are going?
That's probably a good place to stop. I am getting tired.
I can tell.
Yeah.
But yes, so, you know, that's ultimately my thing, is that, you know, my basis of, you know, articulation of multiple Germanic, European even languages are based upon figments of Hollywood, inaccuracies, and a small bout of a very small group of people that I've actually articulated with. So, you know, I have no basis.
Okay.
I guess is what I'm saying. Really, my basis is Scottish German.
Close enough.
Because that's really about it.
Okay, we're going to call it here and have it a good night. Okay. We've done enough, I think.
I think we've done enough, but I'm going to sit there and I'm going to read the two things that Grunt Fodder shared before we call it.
Okay.
Just because I feel it's appropriate. Aside from the loan words, English is structurally a Germanic language with some heavily Latin elements. Real German and Latin are probably more regular, and Japanese, Chinese, Korean, etc. have their own issues, of course. Okay. Very brief. I totally agree with the Germanic Latin aspects. But as similar as Japanese, Chinese, and Korean are, they're all very unique languages. And between, I mean, heck, you can look at I know that you've done prior, or you've read prior readings of things like Pokemon, where they sit there, Terry go bag fuck, okay, and going from one to another, and that can be a huge difference. So even though they totally have their own issues, but being that English has a tendency to sit there and steal
Uh-huh.
terms and claim that no, they aren't Asian or any other thing. They're ours. Totally a thing. So, take it as it is. I'm not saying that any language is perfect, but that
Yeah, but that's good enough.
But that there's a lot of crossover, and it can be wonderful and terrible and kind of mind blowing.
Yes.
So, anyway,
Okay.
So good night, everyone. Thank you for
Coming
and listening to us watch us play Fallout 4, and
we'll be back.
we will be back next week.
True. Have a good night.